verbs in English are more common, regular verbs or irregular verbs? Irregular? Regular? Okay, well forget about regular, irregular for a moment. Tell me some common verbs, just the most common verbs you think in English.
Go, read, swim.
Okay, read. Read and swim are the most common verbs in English?
No, go, get.
Okay, go, get. What other verbs do we use all the time?
Sleep.
Be. Which one more, read or sleep? I hope it's read. Sleep. Any more?
Take.
Take. Yeah, we got get there, but take. Good.
Put. Put.
Put. Now, tell me. Regular or irregular? Irregular. Go.
Irregular.
Irregular.
They're all irregular.
Ah. They're all irregular. When you first learn English, if your language has many endings for verbs, you might feel, wow, it's kind of easy. Because I can just, for the past tense, ed, walked, everything's walked. But then you discover, or maybe you don't discover, but you have a feeling, it's not always so easy to use past tense or present perfect or conditionals because of this problem. Right? Irregular verbs are so common, so it's easy to stop and hesitate and try to think which one, or to make a mistake. I made a song to practice irregular verbs because the best way, I think, and most people think, to use irregular verbs accurately and fluently is to repeat them many times. What's the problem with a list of irregular verbs? Do you keep a list of irregular verbs in your pocket to practice?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, good! Let me see your list.
2 years. I have 2 years.
Oh, look, she's got one right here.
Not come inside. I don't know why.
Oh, so look, this is like the commercial for my materials now. I have the infomercial. She has a list, but somehow she says they are not up here. So this was my struggle as a teacher. How can I take a list like this, or gerunds and infinitives, or prepositions with verbs, or any other countable and uncountable nouns? How can we take that and put it here? Because you can't walk around, well, you do walk around with it, but even if you can check something like this, it's not fun and you can't be fluent. It's not automatic. We know we have to have things here, right? It's like looking up a phone number or just knowing the phone. If you try to memorize this, to me it's crazy. Would you try to memorize this many phone numbers? No. The best example to me is a song. If you buy an MP3 on the through your computer, or you go buy a new CD and you get the words to the song, do you sit down and try, I have to memorize these words? That's crazy, right? Or you're singing the song with, whatever it is, Rihanna, U2, or whatever, and you're looking at it and you're like, trying to remember the words. Check. Do you do this? I mean, do you take the words and think, I love this song, so I want to memorize the words? Why not?
Yeah, just listen to it over and over again.
Oh, so you don't have to memorize to learn. You can just repeat things. To me, it's not the same. Memorizing is, I have to try to remember this. I have to look and then not look, flashcards. I am 100% against this idea. Unless somebody says, I like this better. Okay, if you like it better, that's fine for you, if it helps you. But most people naturally don't do things that way, right? If you enjoy something, it's interesting, then you do it again and again. But if you stress and you think, I have to memorize this line, then what? Maybe you remember it tomorrow, but then you forget.
No.
The stress prevents you.
You
from
just do
remembering.
the repetition and you enjoy it. And
That's it. That's why we remember songs from when we're children. Now, using songs to learn is not some new thing. I'm not here to tell you, you know what, if you can use music to learn things. Many people have done that. But it's not happening so much in learning English, grammar, and vocabulary, especially the boring areas, like irregular verbs. I think actors will say, when they're up there and they're saying their lines, they can see the words often. right? Because if you've read the words, if you're trying to memorize, I'm not going to look. It actually doesn't help. It's counterintuitive. Why would you put it over here? The more you see it, right? The more you see it and hear it, like words to a song, the easier it is to get that information to stay here. I know all of these songs, they're in my head because I repeated them and read them so many times. How is a list of irregular verbs organized?
Like 3 columns.
Okay, 3 columns, good. Can I see this? So 3 columns. And what else? How else is it organized? 3 columns, that's it?
And
Alphabetical order?
infinitive.
Say that again?
Alphabetical order?
Alphabetical. Alphabetical order. Why are they arranged alphabetically? Why is it alphabetical order? Thank you.
Easy to find.
Good. Easy to find a verb.
Yeah.
That's why we use alphabetical order, isn't it? Dictionaries, phone books. Is that how we learn language?
No.
No. It's just what Anna said. It's how we find something. So if you have a verb like this, and you want to know, right, what is the second and third form for the past simple, the perfect form,
Yeah.
right? The participle, then you can check it. Then why do so many students try to memorize and learn from this list? Is it helpful to memorize the dictionary, A, then B, then C?
No.
What's the problem with that? If you think about our brains and how we learn, what's the problem with that? Well, here's Alabama,
Upstairs.
and here's Alaska. In alphabetical order, they are next to one another, right? But how about here? Is it useful for your brain to remember Alabama and Alaska together?
No. Easier to
Doesn't make any sense. The brain wants real patterns, right?
we want
Alabama, Mississippi. That's good because those states are next to each other. What's the pattern here? What did I do? Not alphabetical.
Rhyme.
It's organized. It rhymes. It rhymes. What does that mean? If
It
people
has the
don't.
same pattern. That sounds the same in the end.
Take, took, taken, shake, shook, shaken. Yeah, the brain likes this. That's why so many kids' books and songs, right, are based on rhyme. It's easy to remember. That really, really helps. Plus, the added advantage in a second language is you need to practice pronunciation. And the spelling in English and the pronunciation in English are really messed up, right? They don't go together very well. So to read the word and hear the word helps to learn to spell the word and pronounce the word together. Right? Another problem, one more time, with this list is it's very, very long. And we don't use all of these verbs as often as some other verbs, right? So forsake, forsook, forsaken, weave, wove, woven, it's kind of crazy. You need high frequency verbs. The microphone I take, took, taken, you shake, shook, shaken, wake, woke, woken to the style I'm creating, think, thought, seek, sought, listen to the lesson that I teach, taught, don't sleep, slept, I creep, crept, I sneak, snuck up, you leap, leapt, I keep, kept, having fun, I'm never beaten, I win, won, do, did, done, begin, begun, shoot, shot, no I don't own a gun, I leap, let so I can feed, fed, the knowledge you need, straight to your head, I brought it, you catch, caught it, sit back, relax, don't fight, fought it,